Is New Zealand's biggest gap here, an epic challenge that Laura and I decided to tackle about 2 years ago. We had to do 365 days, 365 activities and show you everything that New Zealand has to offer. Today we are still making slowly our way down to Wellington. It's day 71 and we're checking out Queen Elizabeth Park. That's a very Kiwi name. And that is on the Kapiti Coast. Check in with me at the end of the video, in which I'm going to answer all your questions you had the first time we published a video. See you then.
We are waking up in the lovely Moana Lodge Backpackers, which has an amazing view of the ocean just outside, and it sounds cliche, but we are literally waking up to the sound of the ocean. So we are here.
Where are we going?
And we are going to take this track up north and then return on this track. Here we go. So we're at Queen Elizabeth Park. We are walking the regenerating sand dunes of the Kapiti Coast and getting some views of Kapiti Island along the way.
The first thing that we noticed is that it's a gigantic, like an enormous park. They even have like roads around to go from one track to the other because it's just that big.
Big island over there, Laura, it's Kapiti Island. It's actually a native bird sanctuary.
Really?
Yeah.
What sort of native birds do they have?
They actually have kiwi birds over there. Yeah.
Oh, what sort of kiwi birds?
The spotted one.
Oh, you do.
Oh, did you try to catch me right here? How did that work, Laura, trying to show off right here?
I'm not trying to show off, I'm just trying to make sure you know your stuff.
She always underestimates the robin.
Oh, stop calling yourself the robin. So the cool thing about Queen Elizabeth Park is the sand dunes are covered in this regenerating vegetation, this native vegetation, which obviously originally was chopped down. We noticed quite a few locals walking their dogs and they're taking this beach access track. We decide to follow them and it's just a wall of sand, which we jump down, that's fun, but we don't really think about how we're gonna get back up. We're on this awesome beach. It's covered in lots of little driftwood and it's making all sorts of patterns in the sand with the tide and it just looks really awesome. I'm taking some cool photos. There's the silhouette of Kapiti Island in the background and it's just a stunning location. Scattered along the beach are heaps of shellfish, all closed, so, you know, if fishing regulations would allow, we could just gather our dinner for tonight right here, but we kind of feel bad. We don't want to take the shellfish away from this awesome beach, so we'll just leave them for now.
When backtracking and walking back towards the track that we're supposed to take, we just realized that this was a pretty high wall of sand and none of us has any idea on how to climb it back up. So I think we're going to put the Benny Hill music right here and we can have the video of Laura trying to climb that wall.
Yay! You've done it, Laura!
It's painful to watch, it's painful to do, but I make it to the top. Yes.
He's beached everyone, the whale has beached. You can do that. Yay!
Here you are!
We're taking the inland track back to the car park where we have a date with Vivian and Glenn tonight because we are having a barbecue at the Moana Lodge and, you know, it's winter, why not have a barbecue?
So yesterday when we arrived, a couple of Kiwis that are staying in the hostel, Vivian and Glenn invited us and said, hey guys, we're going to do barbecue tomorrow, do you guys want to join in? We're like, yeah, cool, should we bring dessert? They were like, yeah, bring dessert. I'm making cookies. So I told them I'm making homemade cookies and my own little recipe, But that's just the cookies we bought from the great capital. They're frozen, I know the recipe, put them in the pan, put them in the oven, homemade brew.
And the garlic bread was from the supermarket. Basically everyone cheats on this barbecue and just buys ready-made things and heats it up. That's how we end our evening on the Kapiti Coast. Tomorrow, we don't know what we're doing. Oh yeah, we do know what we're doing. We're going to Adrenaline Forest. We're going to do some climbing and Robin's going to shit his pants. These tracks are pretty easy. We're just going up and down on the, you know, up a sand dune, down a sand dune, up a sand dune, down a sand dune, up another sand dune, down another sand dune.
And what?
And then up a sand dune.
And what?
And then down a sand dune.
Oh my god. I can believe it.
And then guess what happens?
I don't know.
We go up a sand dune, and then guess what happens after that? We go down a sand dune.
What?
Anyway.
Alright, so as you can see, we had some pretty amazing sceneries here in the Kapiti Coast, and we're slowly making our way down to Wellington because, you know, well, Wellington is quite far away, and we feel like this whole region, this whole section of New Zealand, a lot of people overlook it way too much. So going a little bit through the questions that we received, we had Ismail Ali that says, I love kiwi birds, I want one, please give me one. So it's a protected species, so no, you can't have one of your own, but actually if you look over there on my couch, there is one over there. That's a stuffed kiwi bird, not a stuffed kiwi, but a plush toy kiwi bird for you over there. You can get that in many gift shops all around New Zealand. But if you are interested on finding where to see some kiwi birds in New Zealand, we do have multiple videos of us checking out kiwi birds. We have some in Kiwi North, we have some in Stewart Islands, and we even have some in Rotorua, so there is some ways to, and we even have some in Otorohanga, and I'm probably missing out some, so here you go. You can find out more information about all those places here on this channel. You can see us literally doing those activities on video, or you can check out NZPocketGuide.com. It's the largest travel guide to New Zealand. It's all free, it's written by Laura and I, and it's awesome. There is a link below. We also have the unofficial bucket list family that said it was so cool, and he loves, they love our video and say that we give them a lot of ideas of places to see in New Zealand. That's kind of awesome. Thank you guys. And we also have Scotia's Place. They say that they ask if we saw one of the locals over there that they know. His name is Jed, walking his dog along the coastline. So yeah, apparently they know them or something like that. So here you go, that's pretty cool. We love having some locals hanging out with us on our videos. Speaking of hanging out, if you want to hang out with Laura and I and pick our brain about your next trip to New Zealand, you can do so. We are the writers of NZPocketGuide.com. We are the experts of traveling in New Zealand, and you can hang out with us for 1 hour every single week. 1 hour, Sunday, 8 AM New Zealand time. We sit on that couch and we take all your questions live on YouTube. You go on the live chat, you type whatever you want to ask us about traveling in New Zealand, and we will answer that for you. There is a link in the description below to help you figure out what time it is on your side of the world. And finally, if you want to be a cool guy or a cool gal and you want to say thank you for all our hard work, you can hit the like button. And yeah, that's a kind of good way to say thank you for all the hard work. It's as simple as that. I'm supposed to tell you to subscribe, so do it if you want. In the meantime, travel awesome, because that's the best part. The subscribing and all this nonsense. But it's nice, but you know, it gets boring at some point. But traveling awesome is important, and New Zealand has so much to offer for people that want to explore it. So here you go, and that's the best place because we're here to show you everything. So here you go. But I don't want to tell you to subscribe because I don't want to tell you what to do. I want to advise you of awesome things to do in New Zealand, but I don't want to tell you what to do with your life. So you don't have to hit subscribe. But if you want to, you can do so. Should I keep going? No. Bye-bye.